Okay, so I'm home. My skin is ruined from being there. But, life goes on still. Out in the light. I'm fully discharged from the hospital, and they still insist that I was seeing things when I took pictures of that vortex. That was the main reason why I'm here, plus being diabetic. Thinking about suing the hospital. Every time I go near that hospital, something bad happens to me. Come on, Lucky. Come on. It's my dog. Where are you? You're not even in the camera. Anyway, I'm home and I've just been cleaning up. Bought a new vacuum cleaner. Washed the floors with peppermint oil. And watched a bit of YouTube, my esoteric channel. He's a Jewish fella. And he talks about magic and history of magic and man's magic things he believed in ancient times and so forth, up to now. And this morning it was about a talk about magic cloaks, which is what I'm going to be talking about, my cloak. I bought a handmade cloak off Etsy. And it has a pixie hat. This is it here. It's black lace. And it has a pixie hat, which is pointy at the end, like a pixie, if I can get to the hat. There it is. There's the point, and that's the thing. Now, what happened then? And that is long, it drapes on the ground, so I've got a train. And what happened one night, I use it for bugs. If there's mozzies around, I leave it near my bed and I put it over me because they can't bite through the meshy lace. Well, I think they don't. Bees can't either if you wear mesh. It's soft mesh, it's lace, proper lace. And one night it was worn a bit, the sewing came loose. So I thought, oh my God, I don't want the hole to get bigger or ruin my cloak because I need it. And I got up late at night, dim lights in here, and I didn't want them too bright anyway, hurt my eyes. I wanted to go back to sleep soon after. Got the cotton out, threaded it, did the sewing, went to put the cotton away, and I didn't even unravel the cotton. It was still wrapped in the plastic. I thought, well, what was I sewing with? And I had taken pictures before and after of dark matter. So you can harvest dark matter, but you can't go and mine it. You can't dig for it or use machines. You have to harvest it like a water plant with ice. It's an unusual thing. It's got to be frozen for you to harvest it, which is what I was doing, taking pictures and showing everybody how I can, what it looks like. It was frozen because, ice practically freezes anything. If it's cold enough, it'll freeze salt water. Making a cup of tea with my grandson's picture on it. Anyway, so that's my cloak. I might look a bit weird if someone walked in on me and I had my cloak on and the pixie hat covers your face like a wraith. And it's so long it covers my whole body like a wraith fully covered in black. And anyway, I don't know the magic side of it. I would imagine there's some sort of significance to sewing with dark matter. Actually, I'm the first to ever do it. I'm the first that has ever done it, and the last one probably. Probably that's why I keep getting taken by the government. It's not really the government doing it, it's people from India. They keep doing it, and they keep saying, they said that my clothes was horrible, my appearance and my hair scruffy. It wasn't even my hair, it's a hair topper. I'm wearing a hair topper. And I like messy hair, men love it. So there, cop that. And she said the pictures I took of the vortex, of that vortex at time, she said I projected that into the pictures and made it happen. Wow, I'd be a millionaire if I could do that. Trust me, I'd be projecting, pedophiles would be after me. Project a child naked on this picture, please. I'll give you $1 million. Give you 10 grand for half a picture. You know, they'd be... It's impossible to do it. I'm sorry, but it's impossible. Rocks can do it. Stones and rocks and things like that can do it. That's how we got x-rays to begin with. So, anyway, that's the story of my cloak. I call it a magic cloak because of the dark matter was the first to ever be done. And I don't know the significance of what it can do. Dark matter is invisible, I suppose. You can't see it unless it's frozen. So there we go, we've got an invisible cloak. How's that? It'll do. Might say some magic hoodoo words and make it the scene, you know, fit the scene. Write a poem out and turn it into a spell or prayer or something. I mean, you know, you can always play with it that way. But for me, it was an experience, all right, because it felt like wet licorice, and I couldn't understand why the cotton was so wet feeling. I thought, oh, it must be me just tired. Or when I licked it, to find out I didn't even have cotton on the string. Was only a little bit. I didn't have a big hole. It's only a couple of patches I patched up. Then went to bed. After I realised what it was, I just went to bed. I had some strange dreams because I was thinking of it before I went to bed, and that's what happens when you think of something before you go to bed. Of course, you're going to dream about it. So, interesting, isn't it? I'll probably get locked up in another mental institution for this, but I don't care. It's my video. YouTube allows me to put these on, and other people are talking about magic cloaks too. So why can't I? What's the difference about an Australian? What, is only other people allowed to talk about it? Jews and occults and Christians? No little native Australian girl not allowed to talk about it? Well, excuse me, but I am allowed. YouTube allows me. I noticed because they gave me needles I got to take once a month because of my psychotic behaviour of taking pictures and my mind projecting images into them. I don't know how that's possible. Perhaps they just made an excuse up just to take me because of the gloves, or they just want more funding. I will just take her then. She's rare and special. We'll just take her. Demand off the government. We want funding. They're going to say no. You push government, they're going to say no. The more people they take, the more they're proving that Australians need mental health. So they get a funding then. But they're taking people for diabetes, people that have threatened other people. Oh, that's mad. Sorry, you got to go. People that have rung up someone accidentally. Oh, you're mad. No one does that. That's not normal. People that have sent emails to the government. You're mad. It's not normal. Funding, and they must have, they must think we're stupid. And this is people from India, so that's why we don't like them. I'm sorry. That's how it is. They keep pushing the issue to hate. That's why they got targets on their head. That's why they got this dots, their little targets on their head. Even the Bible hates them. It says the ones with targets on their head, the dots on their head, the holes on their head. He said he's going to wipe out every one of them. And it's happening now. Every one of them. Even their relatives, they don't even have to have a dot. They just come from that country and they're all getting wiped out anyway. It's a DNA genetic mutation of COVID, wiping them out. They were always full of flus and diseases anyway. You go to their country and you eat their food, you get diarrhea. Everyone says it. They're so dirty. And they put their dead people in water and the water spread everywhere. I'm not mocking them. Some of them are really nice people. I really like them. But the rest, it's not many that I like. The rest are pretty money hungry, and they'll do anything to get a funding so they can spend money. And go, well, we got this money spare. We'll just buy new TVs and new cars and pay our houses off. Well, the government hasn't paid my money they owe me for abuse yet. I'm first, not you. Regardless who you steal, I'm still the first and the only one that gets the money first. Anyway, that's the story of my cloak. And it got into other things. Because I'm still very angry about being taken from my home because people want funding. Any excuse. How pathetic is that? Ugh. I'm sorry, I just can't handle it. I just really can't handle it. Breathe. I'm going to light some incense. I wash the floor with peppermint oil to, get that calming, clean, smelly effect. I've washed the floor that many times since I've been home. Bought a new vacuum cleaner, been vacuuming everything and using it, like a new toy. And did the washing up, cleaned the front and the back out in the back, out the front, out the back, cleaned it all up, watered all the plants, not gardens. Hosed out the cements on front and back, washed all them, washed the floor again, did my washing, hung it out. I'm going to do the sheets tomorrow, I think, in hot water, boiling water. My washing machine does that. It can boil water and wash the clothes. It's stainless steel, it won't melt the metal. That's about it. And then I'm going to sit down and I've got to do my diabetes thing 6 times a day now. Take diabetes tests. They gave me 2 days the other day to come home and do stuff. I got home and they rang me and said, you have to come back. How nice is that? I got released, though, fully yesterday, which I'm still angry about because it took them forever to do that. It's like they didn't want me to go, and they tried to make any excuse to keep me. They didn't even give me prescriptions for my diabetic pills. I don't think I'd take them then. I don't think so. If they didn't give them to me, I don't need to take them. I just finish these ones and stay on the insulin, which I prefer the tablet ones because they've been bringing all the sugar down. I noticed tea. When I have a cup of tea, normal cup of tea, not flavoured or infused with apples or whatever, fruity scent and taste, just normal black tea with milk and non-sugar, just a sweetener. Stevie I use. Sugar tastes funny to me, and it's not the same anymore. It tastes really, I don't know, like as if it's been soaked in toxic poison or something, leaked onto it. It just doesn't taste the same. Stevia tastes like the old sugar used to taste, so I changed to stevia because that's more of a natural sugary taste that used to be in my mouth once before. I have a cup of tea and my sugar comes down 3.1 each time. So I drink tea all through the day, just normal tea. I'm thinking about getting special tea, but not right now. I'm a bit broke. I have to take when I got discharged, I didn't get any papers, and I have to take them into Centrelink to renew my payment, or I don't get paid this Friday. And I have no fuel to go and pick it up, so I might ring them Monday and ask them to email it to me because I need it to get my payment this Friday, or I don't get paid. Because I was in too long and I missed my appointment. When you miss your appointments, you get cut off, snippied. And you have to reapply all over again. So I have to reapply all over again. And I'll be on the dole too this time because you have to prove you need disability pension, which I cannot prove now because I was on it because I had about a year to 2 years. And they were being kind. They said it could happen anytime, so we'll give you a year to 2 years to get yourself, say goodbye and get yourself organised. And then they put me on gold, so I survived it. But anyway, back to my story about my cloak. I put it on to get rid of the bugs, and it works. Black lace from Etsy. It's a real long, it's called a pixie cloak. You can get a white, bonish coloured one or a black one. I chose black because of stains if it got dirty. I don't want to use bleach on it. I want to use natural washing things. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm home.